Thank you so much for having me. My beloved city, Gaza, is like the legend phoenix bird, will always rise up from the ashes. Israel's intention to destroy Gaza stems from the fact that Palestinians are steadfast and resilient. Israel wanted to ethnically cleanse the indigenous people of Gaza who have been living under a crippling Israeli siege for the past 18 years. So documenting Gaza before the genocide was important to me and to all Palestinians in Gaza because we would like to maintain the legacy of Gaza that once existed and defied Israel's aggression on Gaza. What's happening in Gaza is a digital genocide streamed live for the past 10 months, and ironically the victims of this genocide are the ones who are documenting also these atrocities. I was the last journalist to visit Gaza in the summer and to extensively document the beauty of Gaza. As you can see in front of you, I gathered a treasure, so much footage. We will rebuild Gaza, and Israel will not be able to force us to vanish. We have been hoping so for the past 10 months. Unfortunately, the world is playing double standards when compared Palestine to Ukraine. Over 40,000 Palestinian civilians, including 16,000 children, have been massacred, in addition to around 100,000 others have been injured, and much of Gaza has been destroyed. So many calls have been made for a ceasefire. Millions of people took to the streets around the world's capitals. Encampments at universities worldwide, documentations, and it seems all these calls fall on deaf ears. I think it's the politicians in the West, especially in the United States, are the ones who will be able to stop it. Also, from within Israel, I think so many Jews, they say not in our name. After the Second World War, the Holocaust, Jews said that not again. Well, and what's happening in Gaza shows that it is happening again. It is Israel who has been refusing to accept these deals. And as a matter of fact, Israel says that it is conducting its war on Gaza, genocide in Gaza, to retain its hostages. But Israel has killed its hostages, and it does not care about rescuing its hostages. What's happening in Gaza is a collective punishment. People are being starved. Israel has transformed Gaza into the world's largest open-air prison, and it has transformed Gaza into a testing ground. American weapons are killing innocent people in Gaza. So we hope it will end very soon. But it's going to happen. It's going to be like almost a year now, and it seems the world is sitting idle. I mean, it's international hypocrisy. It's international apathy. It's international double standard policy. The Palestinians have lost hope in the so-called international community, and they are waiting for a miracle to happen just to say stop to Israel, because Netanyahu, he doesn't listen to anybody. Israel is a spoiled brat, and when you have this brat supplied with weapons, all the support needed, then it will continue enjoy impunity. It's not going to happen unless Israel is imposed and pressured to stop its genocide in Gaza, and also to end the prolonged occupation. It's not about the 7th of October. The Palestinians have been suffering ever since 1948. Israel controls what goes in, what goes out. Israel is still the occupying power in Gaza. It claims it withdrew its forces back in 2005. And the siege is a form of control. So when my sister and her family were targeted in their house in the eastern part of Gaza City, it was indiscriminate. It was a missile fired by an F-16 fighter jet, and their bodies are still under the rubble until this moment. Their bodies, we believe, they are decomposed. The thing is, there are so many people are still under the rubble, and due to the intensity of the bombardment, because it's not safe, because of the lack of the machinery, the civil defense crews, they are unable to retrieve the bodies. Israel says that Palestinians are complicit of what happened in the 7th of October, and no one is innocent. Therefore, we see that civilians are being killed. And Israeli officials, they justify this, saying that, oh, you Palestinians in Gaza, you elected Hamas, and your children, they will become freedom fighters one day. So when you see Israeli officials describe Palestinians as human animals, and they justify their aggression on Gaza by saying that Palestinians celebrated what happened on the 7th of October. It's a form of collective punishment. They say this is the cost of war. When we tell them, but you are killing civilians, they say, well, Palestinians are collateral damage. I think we are fed up. The Palestinians of Gaza, who have been suffering for the past 10 months, they are outraged. They are so angry that the world is watching them being killed day and night, starved to death in northern Gaza. The health sector is in bad shape. Schools, universities, mosques, churches destroyed. The civil infrastructure is destroyed. Israel wants to eliminate life in Gaza. It wants to make Palestinians reach the level of despair in order to leave Gaza. But to live where? Gaza is under siege. Israel controls the Mediterranean Sea around Gaza, and we have Egypt is shutting the border, and Israel controls the airspace. And with these airdrops are being dropped in Gaza, it's a humiliation scenes. The Israeli officials, they brag when they publish their videos of detonating Palestinians' homes, entire neighborhoods, hospitals, mosques, whatever. And it seems that everything happening in Gaza, death and destruction, is all for fun. I mean, this has to stop. This impunity has to stop. And Palestinians deserve to be a free nation. My message to the international community is that you let us down. You let the Palestinians down. The Security Council's role is very weak. The Israeli representative at the United Nations, he tore the United Nations charter, and they described Guterres when he said that the 7th of October did not happen in a vacuum. They attacked him. I mean, Israel doesn't like to see people worldwide showing solidarity with the Palestinians. But we are happy that there is awareness. So many people, young people in the United States, they are rising up. So many Jews around the world, they're saying that not in our names. If I have to say that one of the advantages, sadly, that Israel has done to the Palestinians is that it made a wake-up call to the world. So what I'm trying to say is that the last 10 months have been the most intense free educational course for the whole world to see that Palestinians deserve to have a free country. Palestinians have been suffering for the past 7 decades. It wasn't about the 7th of October. And Palestinians have been taken hostage by Israel. And the world should intervene and make sure that atrocities does not happen. We need to see accountability. Enough is enough.